Let's unpack this right now. Do you qualify to restore your federal gun rights? Because if you do, you really need to buckle up. This isn't just any chance. We are talking about what sources are calling a monumental, maybe a once-in-a-generation opportunity here. Seriously, for the first time in over 30 years, you might have a real, actual shot to reclaim your federal gun rights under 18 U.S.C. Section 925C. Just think about that. 3 decades. And the scale here is just, it's incredible. We're talking about potentially more than 25 million people who could qualify. This isn't some, niche issue. It's massive. It's life-changing for so many people. And look, the clock is ticking on a very specific, very high-stakes mechanism. When this application portal opens, it is going to be strictly first come, first served. No waiting around, no do-overs. It's basically a one-shot deal for those who are ready. So what does this all mean for you? Are you prepared? Are you ready to seize this moment?
Well, what's fascinating here is precisely that first come, first serve thing you just highlighted. It isn't just like a minor detail. It's the absolute cornerstone of this whole opportunity. It really underscores the need for immediate, right now, decisive action. This isn't something where you can just sort of passively wait for info to drift your way. You have to be proactive, ready to move the second that green light flashes. And this urgent, really clear guidance, it comes straight from the Legal Gangsta Network. They're highlighted as a premier channel for real-time updates, and this is key, straight talk on exactly what you need to do. They really emphasize, cutting through the noise, just giving practical advice. So like you said, it's not just knowing about the portal. It's about being absolutely ready for it. It's about being prepared to be one of the very first applications through that door, because that's what first come, first served demands.
Absolutely. The urgency is, well, you can feel it, but so is the history here. You mentioned this hasn't happened in over 30 years. Can you give us a bit more insight? Why now? Why is this specific window opening under 18 U.S.C. Section 925C? And what did that statute originally cover? I mean, for a lot of people, federal gun rights restoration probably feels like, a total maze.
Yeah, that's a really excellent point, because understanding the why now is critical. Historically, 18 U.S.C. Section 925C allowed people who'd lost their federal firearm rights, often, due to a felony conviction or other disqualifiers, to petition the ATF for restoration. Simple enough, right? But here's the catch. For over 30 years, Congress basically stopped funding the program that handled these applications, pulled the plug on the money. So even though the law was technically there, on the books, there was no actual way to apply. It made restoration pretty much impossible for most folks, this current opportunity. It seems to stem from a recent administrative and maybe judicial reevaluation. The focus has shifted towards providing an actual, tangible way for people to use the rights the statute provides. So it's not about changing the law itself. It's about finally, turning the lights back on for the administrative process, allowing applications to actually be processed. And that 25 million figure you mentioned, wow, that reflects the huge number of people disqualified over the years, people who've done their time living law-abiding lives now, but just had no path back.
It's like a decades-long backlog. And that's exactly why this first come, first served approach is so crucial. It's basically forming an administrative queue for this massive group of potential applicants.
Wow. Okay. So not a new law, just reopening a door that's been slammed shut for generations. That really puts a different spin on the whole once in a lifetime thing, doesn't it? Okay. So given this massive potential rush, this unprecedented number of people, and that critical first come, first served rule, the burning question for anyone listening has got to be, how do you get ahead? How do you make sure you're one of the first? Not one of the, 25 million maybe waiting, scrambling, or worse, just totally caught off guard when this thing goes live. Our sources point to something really specific, a tangible solution for getting ready. It's called the 925C Made Simple Ultimate Federal Gun Rights Restoration Workbook. And from what we're seeing, this isn't just some dense, dry legal document, not at all. It's described as full color, step by step. It promises to walk you through every single part of this. Imagine, from just checking if you're even eligible, which, let's be honest, can feel like a nightmare itself, right? Figuring out if your specific past situation qualifies under the nuances of 925C, all the way to confidently mailing your completed packet straight to the Department of Justice. The promise seems to be absolute confidence in your submission. That's a huge deal, a game changer for navigating something this complex.
Right. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, this workbook isn't just like a helpful guide. It's presented as the ultimate preparation tool, a complete blueprint for action, really, specifically designed to tackle the complexities of these federal applications. It's meant to just eliminate the guesswork, the overwhelm that usually comes with legal stuff like this. Think about what's actually inside. and why it's so vital when speed and accuracy are everything. You get easy-to-follow checklists, critical for staying organized, making sure you don't miss one tiny step, because missing one signature, one document, that could send your application right to the back of the line. Or worse, get it rejected flat out. Then there are sample letters you can actually copy. That's huge. Like, say you need to request certified court docs from an old case or your criminal history record. Drafting those official requests, it can be intimidating. These samples, they take away that anxiety. Make sure your wording is right, professional, has all the necessary legal stuff. And it goes further. You get dedicated trackers to keep everything organized so you can clearly see where you are, what's left to do. It's kind of like having a project manager just for your application. Stops you feeling buried in paperwork. Plus, you get step-by-step filing instructions. Paramount for accuracy in any federal application. Knowing exactly where to sign, what order things go in, how to address the package correctly, and maybe, just maybe, the most critical part, crucial tips, specifically designed to help you avoid common mistakes. And these aren't, minor typos. Often a small mistake can cause huge delays, rejections. You lose your spot in that vital first come, first served line. For instance, just understanding if your particular conviction truly disqualifies you, or if it's maybe something 925C could address. That's complex. The workbook aims to clear up those nuances right at the start. Stops you wasting time and effort if you're not even eligible. So yeah, this isn't just information. It's presented as a carefully designed blueprint for action, crafted specifically to ensure you don't miss your shot. It's like having an experienced guide who's walked this exact path before.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. And honestly, pretty motivating when you think about the stakes involved. The source explicitly calls this a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Just let that phrase sink in. Once in a lifetime. This isn't just, another government program rolling out. It's a unique window, a rare alignment of things that, like we said, hasn't happened in over 30 years. And the source material really hammers home the contrast here. Most people, it tells us, will do exactly what you'd probably expect. They'll wait. They'll wait until the day the portal actually opens. Then they'll scramble. They'll react. Like showing up to a huge concert an hour late and hoping you can still squeeze near the front. Good luck with that, right? But then there's the other approach, the one pushed by the legal Gangsta network. They call people who act proactively legal gangstas. Now, that's their term, okay, not ours, but it paints a picture, right? Picture of a no-nonsense strategic approach. These folks, they don't wait. They prepare. They are proactive. They get that in a first come, first served situation. Preparation isn't just helpful, it's everything. It's the entire ball game. It's the difference between being right there at the front of the line and being 15 million, hoping to get seen eventually. So the question becomes, are you ready to take that proactive step? Because it's all about getting your documents ready now. Today, so your application can be one of the very first in line when that portal finally opens its doors. It's about moving deliberately, with foresight.
And this really raises an important question, I think, for anyone even considering this. In a truly first-come, first-served scenario, especially one this big, with potentially millions applying preparatives, isn't just like an advantage. It genuinely is a prerequisite for success. It's the entry ticket, almost. Think of it like, those limited sneaker drops online. The people who already have their payment info saved, logged in, ready to click, they're the ones who get them, not the ones fumbling to create an account when the timer hits 0. The source material is really clear. This workbook isn't just about giving you info. It's about giving you the strategy, the guide to move first, move smart.
Yeah.
It's about equipping you with every single tool, every piece of knowledge you need to submit a complete, accurate, and timely application that maximizes your chances, of being in that first wave, the ones who actually secure this incredibly rare opportunity. It basically transforms what could be a totally overwhelming process into a clear, actionable plan. It gives you that critical edge in what's going to be a very competitive environment. No doubt about it. Imagine the peace of mind, right? Knowing you've done everything possible. Your application is perfect, ready to go on day one, not weeks or months later. That proactive approach is not just efficient, it's the strategic key, the key to unlocking this path.
So, look, if you are serious about reclaiming your rights, if you're serious about being first in line when this portal opens, and about moving smart in this high-stakes, genuinely once-in-a-lifetime moment, do not miss your shot. This is absolutely not the time to hesitate. This is the time for decisive action. Get moving. To put yourself in the best possible position for success, go to legal-gangsta.com/shop. right now. Get your copy of the 925C Made Simple Ultimate Federal Gun Rights Restoration Workbook today. This is your blueprint. It's your guide. And then once you've got that sorted, make sure you get subscribed on their channel. You don't want to miss any critical updates, any timeline changes, any last-minute curveballs that could affect your application. Because remember, that core message from the source, the thing they really want to hammer home. Be ready the moment the portal opens. Move first. Move smart.
You know, what's truly profound here, when you step back, is that stark difference. The difference between simply knowing about some rare, potentially life-changing opportunity and actively preparing yourself to actually seize it in a world where first come, first served so often decides who gets ahead and who gets left behind. How much does your readiness truly matter? It's definitely a question worth thinking about as you consider what this unique window really means for you.